about Randall, as everybody knows, or maybe they don't know, maybe they should know, is our MTS system, which is, this is our MTS is our modular tube system. And what it is it's removable preamps. This one happens to be called an Ultra. It's based on a high gain Randall sound. We have a bunch of different models of these. This happens to be a 20 watt combo, 50 watt combo. As you can see, we have, including a bunch of the signature ones, we have about 20, 25 different ones. And we get everything from Marshall sounds to a Vox to a Fender, any classic tone you want. And the cool thing about it is they're interchangeable from amp to amp. They're very easy to use. Even a dummy like me can pull them in and out. This one happens to be called a tread plate. As you know, Mesa Boogie is famous for their tread plate grill, so we call this one the tread plate. Got definitely a cool rectifier tone. And that's the neat thing about these amps is, like, you get over here, this happens to be the Kirk Hammett Signature Series, but again, all modular. You could pull these in and out, and you could literally have, you know, a Marshall, a Boogie, and a Vox all in the same amp, which is pretty insane. We don't have a removable power amp section. Most everything is based on like a 6L6 or an EL34. And but one cool thing about these amplifiers is they're fully biasable by yourself. You don't need to take it to a tech or anything. All you got to go to Radio Shack, get a bias meter, plug it in here, and you can change your own tubes and bias your own tubes. That's a really cool part about it, because I know, as you know, growing up as a kid, I used to, whenever I wanted my tubes changed, I had to go down to the store, buy new tubes, pay the guy to bias it, and a couple $100s later. And this is you really don't have to change your tubes that much if you can bias them yourself. And especially you go from club to club, room to room, the power is going to change. It's going to make your tubes hotter or colder. And so being able to bias your own amp is, to me, a really cool feature. Again, I was talking about, we have a bunch of signature modules. This happens to be Kirk Hammett signature stuff. You got a Kirk Hammett clean. This is kind of like an old, Master of Puppets sounds, and then you got modern Metallica. We also do modules for George Lynch and also Dan Donegan of Disturbed, and it's really fun stuff. The Kirk line of products ranges from anywhere. This is a limited edition half stack. As you can see, it's got flame maple top and sides. This is about 10,000 bucks, limited edition, about 100 made. There's also a normal version of that. And it goes all the way down to the, little practice amp like that. This is cool for anybody from my age to a little kid, using in the dressing room or in your bedroom or anything like that. And then again, this is like my first half stack almost. You can get into this probably about $600–700. It's really cool, and gives people a piece of what Kirks are doing. We're really proud of the MTS system. I think it's the top of the line tube technology in the industry right now. I don't think anything compares to it. But the other thing that we focus on is our valve dynamic technology, which happens to be like this V2 and T2 amps, where it's a complete tubed preamp section with a solid state power section. So we pride ourselves on being the best sounding hybrid amp in the market. We use all different types of preamp tubes. It depends on the sound. Like, I think a lot of the Lynch modules have some Mullards in them. Some of them, some has 12 AX7s, some have 12 AT7s, Rubies, the JJs. They all sound a little bit different depending on the manufacturer, but it's all kind of listen to taste. You know what I mean? Everybody has different tastes.